Welcome back in, everybody, to Gamecock Central. My name is Kendall Smith, joined alongside of Collyn Taylor here at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Just about 24 hours away from kickoff, a little over 24 hours away from kickoff at the 2022 Tax Slayer Gator Bowl between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It is game day eve, Collyn, which means that we get to participate in press conferences. So Notre Dame talked earlier this morning. South Carolina just finished up their press conference. And Collyn, a lot happening 24 hours prior to the game. And Shane Beamer, along with several players, were up there talking about the team, their preparation for this bowl game. What were some of your key takeaways from that press conference, Collyn?
Both of these teams really need this win. Kind of similar situations. Obviously, Shane Beamer in his second year, Marcus Freeman in his first. Both looking, I believe, for their 9th win. Could be huge for both. So I think there's some want to from both of these teams, which now in bowl season you don't normally get. But a lot of confidence from the South Carolina group and the direction the program's going. A lot of happy seniors, confident seniors, and this is a team that wants to go out there and win this football game. This isn't a free trip to Jacksonville for them. This is a work trip. Business trip, as the old cliche goes. So that was kind of my takeaway from it, is that this is a group that wants to be here, wants to work, and is pretty confident going into this game.
Yeah, all the players that are here obviously want to be here now in this era with college football and the transfer portal and people opting out. The players that you've got here for South Carolina have said over and over again that they are here because they want to be. And actually an interesting point from Shane Beamer. He said he had a couple of players ask if they could play in this bowl game but enter the transfer portal as well. And he said, no, we don't want people here that are going to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So that's kind of his policy that he spoke on today, which I thought was an interesting tidbit from that press conference. But Collyn, we're very close to kickoff. Time has flown by here in Jacksonville. So take us through South Carolina's schedule for today as they kind of get in those last minute fine tunes before kickoff.
Yeah, so this week's been chock full of stuff, and today's kind of quiet. South Carolina practices at 2:30 today, the final practice of the year. They'll do a walkthrough over at the Episcopal School over at Jacksonville, where they've been practicing for the last couple days. Then it's just meetings and fine-tuning things and getting ready to play and kind of going over the last little minute details. But I don't believe there's really any events. I don't believe that there's anything big today. It's just go practice, get things cleaned up, and be ready here in about 24 hours to kick this bad boy off.
A 9-win season would be huge for South Carolina. A win, though, certainly won't come easy. Notre Dame has its share of players that aren't playing in the bowl game. South Carolina does as well. But this is the last time that you and I will be talking on Gamecock Central before we have after the sandstorm for the final time probably ever tomorrow, which is very sad. I'll be on with Wes Mitchell tomorrow morning, so we've got plenty more content coming your way. But between you and I, since it's our last time here together previewing this game, so sad. Let's get a little game day prediction from you, Collyn. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow, and maybe throw in a score if you're feeling generous to the fans?
I'll save my score prediction for our piece that's coming later today, but I think it's going to be a good game. Like, both of these teams, I call it the give a crap factor. Both of these teams want to be here, which is, again, not something you get in bowl games. I think there's going to be multiple big special teams plays, two of the best special teams units in the country going at it. I think South Carolina is going to be able to air the ball out. I think you're really talking about a South Carolina team that's the more known quantity at this point, given the fact that Notre Dame's lost so much, either to draft opt-outs, to the transfer portal, to injuries. So I think South Carolina is the more known quantity, and I think it's going to be a really good game just because it is a Notre Dame team with some talent. It's a South Carolina team that seems to be clicking, or was clicking certainly as the season ended. So I think it's going to be a really fun game, and I think South Carolina has a pretty good chance to win.
As Collyn said, be on the lookout for our score predictions coming later today on Gamecock Central. We'll have plenty more content. It's beautiful here in Jacksonville, Florida. We were just saying what a nice stadium this is here at TIAA Bank. Beautiful, right?
Oh, gorgeous. I mean, this is my 3rd NFL stadium, all coming when I've covered South Carolina between Bank of America, Raymond James, and now TIAA. And this is one of the better ones that I've seen. It's nice, and I'm excited to see the field's looking great behind us here, and excited to see what it looks like on game day. I think there's going to be a lot of garnet and black here come 3:30.
Yeah, South Carolina certainly with the geographic advantage for this bowl game. Can't wait for tomorrow, though, Collyn. It's been fun doing these pre-game Gamecock Gator Bowl reports together, but we'll have plenty more coming on Gamecock Central. So be sure to check us out at GamecockCentral.com. Follow us on all of our social medias at Gamecock Central, and stay tuned with us because we have got a busy 24 hours coming up here, and it's going to be a ton of fun. 2022 Tax Slayer Gator Bowl from here at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, on tap for tomorrow at 3:30 between South Carolina and Notre Dame. He's Collyn Taylor. I'm Kendall Smith. This has been another Gamecocks Gator Bowl report, and we will see you all later.